Africa's very own drama queen, stretching over 2,500 kilometers and making sure everybody knows about it. It starts as a humble little trickle in Zambia, barely enough to fill a bathtub, but give it some time, and suddenly it's raging force, crashing through gorges, flooding plains, and making itself the VIP of 6 different countries. Then comes its biggest performance, the Victoria Falls, the smoke that thunders, because, well, it thunders. This isn't just a waterfall, it's nature showing off. The mist shoots into the sky like a water fountain that forgot when to stop, and the roar, you can hear it from kilometers away. Past the falls, the river throws a tantrum.
Welcome to my channel, your channel. I am because you are. You are because I am. So we need each other. Please do subscribe to my channel if it is first time to see this video.
Ano mazuwa ganyinja intugu pugutwa ulankasalo kusindirwa wenda. Ano mazuwa ganyinja intugu pugutwa ulankasalo kusindirwa wenda. Hasiga mwibambamba kamboga kuti ndakabereka bumiche injo ya sunu. Hesiga mwibambamba kamboga kuti ndakabereka bumiche injoya. Mugalangise bambamba kwina njoba zomba mwanchoza mirumo kutuba vupele kuhira.
So today is a continuation from where we left last time. In other ways, we are saying it's an episode 2. So Tonga culture, but today we are specifically going to be talking about the smoking pipe known as Inchelwa. Yes, guys, hey, what an amazing story that we are going to get in this episode. So bear with me, guys, please. The Tonga people, or the Tonga tribe, have been downtrodden for so many years, so to speak. Right, I can say this is not a secret, but they remain resolute or resilient in the test of time. Therefore, they are unshakable. Let's quickly get into the gist of the story. Did you know that in Zimbabwe, whenever you see someone holding this object called Inchelwa or the smoking pipe, the majority of the people think there is mbanje or dagger in this pipe. Let me make it this clearly, and that no one will give you the wrong information again. This Tonga smoking pipe is locally known as Inchelwa or Indombonda. This is a scientific invention by the Vatonga people. There is a lot of science integrated in the Tonga culture. This object is not for smoking mbanje, as some people think. This is for smoking tobacco. We call it Ndombonda or polia. That is the thing that they put inside. Another thing that I want to put it clear is that this object is only used by women. It is a gender-sensitive cultural object. It is a taboo, so to speak. That is the way that I can make it clear. It is a taboo. For a Tonga culture, if a man smoking this. Now, someone can pose a question like, why is it only used by men, not by women, in fact, not by men as well? The gadget has complex filtering system that they put in place on which woman has time for that. Due to the fact that men are believed to be the strong than women, therefore men opted to smoke a short pipe which doesn't have a filtering system. So that's it. Welcome up here. Binga. Yes. So this is Snagoma. That is social welfare, that side. And then that side, we've got the clinic over there. There's the clinic over there. So it's more like a business center. Yes. It's more like a business center. This is a clinic. All over this side, this is a social center. All these things are in Binga. Kuyungiza nzira zyakujattana abantu azivubwa amanzi ali abotu. All these are the shops. Snagoma Business Center. They call it Stalala. So this is the only business center right here. So from here up to 10 off Siabua, up to 10 off for Binga is 15 to 16 kilometers. And then from here up to Binga is 45 kilometers. 45 kilometers. So yeah, it's a bit quite a long distance. Wow, it's amazing. Guess what? This is a worm of tamarind. That acts as a remedy for a lot of diseases. So it's a worm of tamarind and red ivory and stuff like that. So It's quite an interesting place, and there's so much food here. They are good farmers, though they are peasant farmers or subsistence farmer. Yeah, that is the school. That is the school. You see the road? It's quite bad. It's quite bad. So that is the school over there. Look at that hill. Wow. It's quite a big.
This is in
Guess
Senga.
what?
Yeah.
So on the
This
top
is in
of
Senga,
that hill, or on the
primary
summit
school.
of that hill,
So we move on.
that's where
In school,
Chisarira
this
starts.
gadget should be studied
Chisarira
because some people don't
National
understand
Parks.
how it works and
That is
how
Chisarira
it
National
was
Parks.
invented.
On the summit
Especially in
of
universities and
that
college
hill.
should be studied.
So, meaning to say,
If you want to
the
prove what
national
I'm
parks
saying,
start at the top
you
there.
can ask
There
this
are so
question
many
in
animals on the
college
top there.
or in any
Right.
institution, learning institution like in
So
a
this is
university or college.
How it
Let's
looks
say,
like.
pose a question like,
This is
how is Inchelwa typical crafted? What
primary.
materials are used? 10 marks. You see the answers. People will fail
Mahoma
dismally.
Primary School.
Anyway, it's a question for another day. So, now, one will want to know where does this Inchelwa come from? They grow pumpkin or seeds for a pumpkin called imungu in Tonga and plant them. When it is now ripe and strong, then they make a small hole, then soak it in water upside down. After soaking, they remove the seed, then put in they put a reed on top called itete in Tonga. Reeds are found in river. That is where the smoke pipe is made. Then there's a part which is made up of clay. It is molded, then burnt into fire. That part is called mwana wencherwa. Then all these, you find that all these are homemade materials. Now let's talk about science in this object. The water is poured inside the smoking pipe, act as a filter. That's the very water that traps the nicotine or tar that is found in tobacco that can be hazardous to a human being or a health of a human being. Right? This is the typical house or home for Batonga people. This was used along the river to make sure it has got aeration and to keep safe from animals and water, so to speak. So when we went there, we were sleeping in this house. It was amazing, trust me, it was very amazing. Did you know that water is a better filter? So these are the very things that we are talking about. When water gets saturated with impurities, they will change and put fresh water in it. The bubbling sound that we are hearing right now, this is when a woman is smoking. As you see, they are demonstrating, they are drawing the air from the end. You see, look at that. So the water is the one that is trapping all the impurities so that they are safe. Now, what is the function of mwana wencherwa? This is actually used for filling water, and again it is the tobacco is placed on top, so that they put the required items like sorghum and tobacco. So why sorghum on top of the tobacco? That simply means to give the flavor to the tobacco. Also, there's charcoal that is placed, that is meant to burn the tobacco that will be on the top. Remember, when tobacco is not completely burnt, it becomes hazardous again to a human being. So there's need for complete combustion. Yes, I mean that combustion, that complete combustion that we learned about at school. So that's why I'm saying there's so much scientific which was studied in this thing. So the metal cap is also placed on top. So I was about to try as well. I want to test how it is. Wow, it was amazing. It was my first time to test this thing, look at that. So this was me there holding a ncherwa for the first time. I am a Tonga, but I've never tasted that. I've never tried how it is. Yeah, it happens. So I was a bit scary or a bit hesitant. I was told that someone smoked too much, then he fell down. So I was thinking in my back of my head, I was like, "Ooh, guys, I can't do this." So that's it. You see, I've given back to the woman. So we met this man as well, a very big old man. These are the very people who were relocated from along the Zambezi River. So you can see he's acting how they do it. This is called iguzemba in our local language. So they'll be dancing. That way of dancing is called iguzemba.
Yeah, so these are the forefathers of yes. They were taken from Zambezi River up to here, just because when they were taken by the car, by the vehicles, by the lorries. Yes. So first of all, this is a type of other crop that is practiced that side, a type of farming. I mean, this is called chindambi. So this chindambi is also used to make mazoe. So when it is fully ripened, they have to take those leaves and the other parts of this chindambi and put it on the sun to dry it. Then they weigh it, then are ready to go. They sell it. So this is made specifically for resale. Concerning the injerwa, you find that the cap has got a gap that allow oxygen, because there's no complete combustion without oxygen, remember. So the cap also acts as a protector to kids or charcoal not to fall down, that they can cause field fires. So they made sure that there's no dangers that is associated with their injerwa, the smoking pipe. So they make sure that they put in place the protectors so that there will be no problem at all. You see how wise these people they are. They are very, very wise. So the smoking pipe also, you remember the concept. You breathe in, not breathe out. If you breathe out, meaning to say the water will be spewed out. So basically I am saying I want to dismiss all those misconceptions that the Nchelwa is associated with Mbanje. No, that is a pure lie. Those people, they put tobacco on top, not Mbanje. So this is one of the greatest achievements of Batonga people. People are literally known for that up until today. You cannot talk about Batonga people without mentioning the smoking pipe. That is very, very important and is related to the Batonga people. I've never seen any tribe that use that thing. You know, now they've invented the shisha. So now let's sit down and watch the interview. Let's meet the old people. Let's hear what they say, what their perception about the life of today and the old days. Be ready for the interview. Watch.
Alright, let's
We didn't finish that one?
yes, let's pick back up where we were. So like how they treat the kids of the other wives. The
Okay.
wives.
So when we talk about mazoti mwaewa jeta bini bana beno baulya
bali bakisiga botu olino bali jaide ni bagafa bamanyina.
Oh, bachisiga.
Bakisiga.
All right.
Olo bali mu magwatizi nga basiga bulini.
Oh. That's good. So she's saying they are happy. They are treated fairly and equally, all of them. And even now, since their parents are no longer with them, so they actually come to here. Even now, some of them, they are working. It's a working class. They are coming and they give something to eat. So they are used to here.
The kids.
Yeah, the kids. The kids of the other ladies.
And they're all they don't act like there's any difference between the other kids, like from the other wives and their biological kids.
No, I don't think so. She's saying they don't act like it seems like they were born directly from this
And
lady.
do the wives like live in different houses, or do they live in the same house?
So
Ndikubuza kuti mwakukala munganda zifanana nakana kuti mwakukala munganda siyana siyana.
Ayukhala munganda siyabwisa mbubo.
Ndikamba kuti wamwala yagwe na wamwala. Alright.
Wamwala yagwe wamwala.
Just I'll switch cameras.
Yeah, you can see the camera. This side is very hot. Lady stay on a different house, and the other one on a different house, and the other one. So which means it's a rotation. The man is one who rotates from one person to another.
Is it like a daily rotation or a weekly or monthly?
Andinga sunu mwalume watita ulimuliri yanganda. Junza wali amuliri ya manganda. Every day na. Kana uti ngawati amwanga na watu wakala bya mviki kata sigo kana kata sigo wabichita bi.
Wabichita.
Consequence.
2 days.
Okay, all right. So 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, every day.
Today, or 2 days?
2 days in this house.
Okay.
2 days on that.
And how
a couple
has
of days.
life changed in Zimbabwe and in her village, like culture, technology, etc., since she was a kid?
Like how is the life?
How has life in like in a Batanga village changed since she was a kid?
Okay. So ruti ibumi bwasiyana byeni kuzwa inkamukiri banini. Ibumi bwa Tonga kana culture ya makaliro esu to Batonga. Ibasiyana byeni abumi bwelino abwekindi. Mboyi kuzwa nkamukikomena. Basiyana busene byeni mpawo.
Busene kuti ayindise twakali Batonga lobo. Dino baga pucha ichikuwagana.
Okay.
Baga sika sigolo sete twakali asigolo pe.
Okay. All right. So she's saying, yeah, there is a difference in terms of like this one. They didn't go to school. There were no schools in those days, and right now there are some schools. You can actually go to school and learn, but during their days, during their era, there was no schools at all. So they were living like, like I can say like animals, like because they didn't have anyone to send them to school. Yeah, so the life has actually changed. So now they are resorting things to English life. Things are changing. So that's it.
Anything other than schooling changed?
Did
they hunt more back then or anything like that?
Hunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Ichindi and my uvima. Kuzita is a chikolo site. Basiyana byeni bumi.
Like the way they dress, like anything.
Kana guzwata. Inzwatiro yako na mwa andi kwa basiyana.
Twakali kuzwata itukubo tubibi. Agapa. Uga bibi. Uga gogo.
Kupera. Wabwenda mu.
Yabwenda kupera.
Yeah, so she's saying, yeah, in terms of dressing side, yeah, there's a huge difference because as you can see now, she's covering the whole body, but during their era, there were skins, the skin of an animal. It was softened, and they could cover on the front part and on the back side. And they will just cover the little bit like the breast. Yes, they just cover the little bit. Then they'll be warm and dry. They can go without that. And they used to hunt like the small animals along the river because there were so many animals along the river where they used to stay.
Like which animals used to be much more plentiful back then versus now?
It's nyamakazi yakaliwo time yeloze ndiye kumwe akabedi kana kuluzi kumwe ukanze zizi yakali ziyingiro zimwe uti azibanga zilivulide. Mvuvu. Okay. Hippos. She's saying the hippos. Hippopotamus.
And does she think times were better back then or today? Like, were people happier back then or no?
Okay. So Ruti mubona ngano ibulumi bubotumbo obuli bwekindi nagana oti bwelino.
Ilo se tulabo bwekindi ase tuti mbubotu. Abalabo bayino batabalabo bwabo mbubotu. So
ono muti bwese mwenu mbubotu wekindi. All right.
Yobise twakali kubangwa menyo bona. Tuchiwe menyo twakali kubangwa.
So no mabotu nzezi. Okay, so she's saying the life of during their time, it was better. She's happy that they used to be pierced, the nose and stuff like that. She's saying the new generation of today, yes, of course, they can say it's nice now, but for us on our side, we say the old life was good rather than now.
Why does she think it was better back then?
Teka nkambonzi ni muti wakayibubotu kwechindi.
Wakayibubotu lewo mbutwa kabende. Wakambutwa kabujana afebo twabujana potwa jatambo basebo.
Okay. So this is like an issue of like they were used to what was happening in those days. So now it's like a new thing to them, which has come up like they are old enough. So it was good for them because they were used to that life instead of now, because they used to eat things along the river, free lunch, like they can hunt at any time, get some honey along the river, stuff like that, you know. And the fish, they could get the fish along the river, but now you can eat the greens now. So she's blaming the life of today, yeah, rather than the life of the old life.
And does she think people in like Tonga, like living this Tonga like rural traditional life, do you think that people are happy? Like, is it a happy life or is it a sad, difficult life?
Okay, teka muti life ya Batonga ni njumuna kuilanga.
Talking about now, not back then.
Yeah, igwelino bumi bwa Batonga buli byeni buli mbuyumuna kana ati buli byeni mbubotu. All right. All right. She's saying she's happy with the life that she's living. So.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like the worst life, 10 being the best, happiest life, what does she think like the Tonga village lifestyle is?
Sorry?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like the worst life, 10 being the best, happiest life, how happy does she think like the village life here
can be?
Yeah, or is right now?
Okay. Like mantu mweneti mboli bumi bwechindi akwelino ujina mwalangilia kuti ninga kwa babyeni kububotu bwakona life. Yes. Okay. She's a bit hesitant. She's just saying, I know the life is okay like that.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is the religion around here? Is it Christianity or do they have their local?
Okay, mulinka na uchechi. Muchitazi nyama muchitazi kuchechi mulinka uchechi na kana uti muchitazi ya kupilira zishindi. Nchipira njira life. Jaginda. So much ya machechi. All right. Okay, so she's saying no, the religion life, there's this life which they call like upilila. there was that life, the old life. So now they've resorted to Christian life. They've stayed away. They've stayed away from life of not going to church. So now they've turned into church thing.
Okay. And what advice, given all her years of life, would she give to people around the world, young people?
Okay. All right. Endi nomuli bantu papati. Right. Mbobuli ngali ma izyambo zimunga mulabuzya ibana bali umubata mwebere linoti. Lino ndi kubinga lino. Ino no banini ni muchiri kuli amanyi ga siene ngali majungi mukonja wa bana banini bali kumanyi ga siene noti omuno kupera ngali majungi mungakonja wa balayira ko bapa
balayira kuti banige ukalwa kabutu kuti akede fechindi
yes
tuyandi nkondo pe tuyanda ukala kabutu
yes okay she's saying the advice that I can give to them, to the young generation out there in the whole world, say she's emphasizing on the issue of peace. Peace. She's saying you should practice a good relationship with other people. You must stay nicely with other people like we used to do us as elders. That's why you see us to grow like this, the way they are now. No war. She's not emphasizing on war, but she's saying peace is the first perspective thing, first priority to do. Yeah.
And can you walk us through like a typical day in your life? Like you wake up and then you do what, and then you do what before?
Okay. So inwe mbwe mwakomera na mulino ninyama kuti bwacha ekuseni ninyama nji muchita ngamachita inyama ngamachita nyama mutu kuzeti ngamachita nyama uzwa useni
nindafya munganda
nimwabuka
ndilabuka ndatanyera alubuwa ndamana kutanyera ino mbuguli mwenda kwesa jamba ndi ako kulima
kupera
ndasazya zilongo yangu
okay aniku awo kulima so useni mwabuka mwatanyira mpo mwasanzia zilongo po mwayakumunda. All right. So she's saying she woke up early in the morning, then she swept the yard and washed the dishes and actually go to the field and do field duties. And when she comes back, she do other chores of the home, like maybe washing dishes again and cooking.
Yes.
She's still strong.
Yes. And does she have any questions for me, like about America or anything like that? Anything come to mind for her?
Okay. All right. So in mula muna mbuzi ngumenda kumubuzya oyo ani ngoku America mumbuzi kuti nyama imeenda kumubuzya muzwa mubuzya zizi mumbuzi kuti ani uli kwete nawo kalakuli watu wani mumbuzi
ani ichibongo ngwani uli kwete na.
Okay. So she's asking, do you have a surname?
Yes.
And what's your surname?
Oh, Friedberg.
Friedrich.
Friedberg.
Freeberg.
Yes.
She's saying, she's asking if you are married?
No.
Okay. Take it na kwata pe. She money. Okay. She's saying this side, if you are like you will be married by this time.
Yes.
In
sure.
African.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I got.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
talumba mbe oda.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Until we meet again in my next episode. So before you go, remember I connect people right here in Victoria Falls. I give accommodation. I know there are so many misconceptions about Victoria Falls being expensive, but I've came up with an idea that those who feel like they want accommodation which is affordable, this is the right time. You can connect with me. Thank you.